My name is Gary Hunter, and I'm the CEO of Hunter Urology. We manufacture a Class A medical device product for the use in medical procedure called intermittent self-catheterization, or sometimes called clean intermittent self-catheterization. The device is called an intermittent catheter, and here at Hunter Urology, we have developed a special coating that goes on the outside of the catheter, and when activated with water, becomes very slippery, so it's easy for the patient to insert and withdraw. The special coating also has our patented aloe vera in it, and the product is only available on prescription. So what is intermittent self-catheterization? Unfortunately, some patients cannot empty their bladders completely due to some form of medical condition such as multiple sclerosis, spinal cord injury, large prostate, or sometimes what is called an underactive bladder. If you do not completely empty your bladder, the stale urine left in your bladder can cause infections. So it's very important that you empty your bladder completely. We have all heard of the stories of someone who's had a long-term catheter with a bag, which has been extremely uncomfortable for the patient. Intermittent self-catheterization eliminates the need for a long-term catheter connected to a bag. After assessment, usually in a urology department, these patients are taught the procedure of intermittent self-catheterization by a urology nurse specialist at an outpatient clinic, where they pass an intermittent catheter into the bladder to drain the bladder. When the bladder is completely drained, the intermittent catheter is disposed of correctly, so between doing procedure, they are catheter-free and can live a normal quality of life. The advantages of self-catheterization are the patient is catheter-free between catheterizations, sexual function can return, you can travel anywhere, such an improvement of quality of life. I can honestly say that Hunter Urology specializes in above the knee and below the waist product. Also, may I say, being 5'2", they call me the wee man in the industry, and I have no idea why. Currently, our turnover is split between 50% sales in the UK and 50% export. Our current three biggest overseas markets are Greece, Denmark, and Southern Ireland. Before COVID, our strategy to enter any new markets was to exhibit at major trade shows and generate leads and follow-ups. The two biggest medical device trade shows for our intermittent catheters are Medica in Düsseldorf, Germany, and Arab Health in Dubai. Both of these can have a worldwide audience. If a potential distributor makes an inquiry from a particular country, we do research about that potential distributor, identify if our competitors are currently selling in that market, so we know have a market in that country. If successful, at its stage, we visit the distributor in that country. Having agreed to appoint that distributor, a contract is signed, pricing agreed, and the products then have to be registered in that country. We then work with the distributor to train their sales force, attend any medical shows in that country if they want us to attend, give them a package of marketing material they can use to translate into their language and promote the products, Skype, Zoom calls to discuss sales quarterly or half yearly. If possible, visit the distributor in their country once a year. And what is very nice is that you get to know the distributor very well. And I've even been privileged to be invited to their houses and attend christenings and weddings. A medical device has to be registered in each country with their regulatory bodies, and the paperwork can be very complex. So it is important that you work with a good distributor partner. The second issue for me is price. Usually you cannot compete with the prices from such countries as China, India, and Turkey. You have to work with your distributor to market your product on quality and find a unique selling point. Am I allowed to say the word Brexit again? There has to be free movement of goods through customs. We so need a deal with the EU, and all I can say is, come on you politicians and get it done. We've had great help from the DIT during my export journey. I've been on trade missions organised by the DAT and visited embassies in many countries. The UK has some very lovely embassies around the world. I've commissioned what is called an OMIS report, which is Overseas Market Information Service, which is a service that the UK embassies offer if you're looking for a potential distributor in that country. The number one for me is to work very closely with your local international trade advisor. I worked very closely for many years with my advisor called Steve Southcott down here in sunny Devon. Steve understands my business very well and notifies me if there is a government DIT initiative that he thinks might benefit Hunter Urology. After COVID, when we get back to attending major conferences, really any country that makes an inquiry. Also, post-Brexit, we'll be looking at countries that have struck trade deals with the UK. Do not be afraid to visit the country you are interested in and research thoroughly whoever has inquired about your product.